All right.
Back again.
Week 4. We don't have a podcast yet.
Not yet. Yeah. There's nothing that has stuck to the wall yet, but I'm not losing.
This spaghetti is raw.
I've got plenty of verve left. Just lots of gung-ho attitude. It's coming out of my wazoo.
He's showing his wazoo to me right now.
Yeah. Look at all the ideas in there.
It's just, they're spilling out all over the ground. So many ideas.
I promise you I didn't prime the pump beforehand.
This is completely, he's not, with no steroids.
No.
These are pure organic ideas.
All fresh and off the vine. They've traveled roughly 2 miles to be here today. I think you're really going to enjoy them. And hopefully we're going to have a podcast after this.
Yeah. They are off the vine. But as you know, the kids now say they're off the TikTok.
The TikTok.
Yeah.
Like the clock from Return to Oz?
Yeah. Oof. Bro, you just posted cringe.
I don't know. I would probably pick a different cultural touchstone, but
I feel like I'm still doing the soft voice from the last episode.
yeah, I'm trying to rid myself of Southern twang, but that's been an ongoing process my entire life. So here we are. I feel great about it.
Okay. So, some updates on the ongoing search for the podcast. First of all, we have a review on iTunes.
Oh!
Yeah, 5 stars. It says,
Out of 10?
the best, stupidest idea. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
5
okay.
out of 5, no less. Hilarious. Laughed till I cried at these idiots.
Hey now.
Now, yeah, it says, was this review helpful? Yes, no, report a concern.
I'd probably just let it go, but if it's the only one, I think we need to report a concern that it's not fair and balanced. If they liked it so much, why do they got to call us idiots? I know that we don't have a podcast yet, and this is a little bit gauche of a thing to do. You normally have an idea and roll with it, but I don't know. I don't want to cut off a possible future supporter, but I take a little bit of umbrage.
Okay, so I clicked on report a concern, and it says it contains offensive material. It's off topic. It looks like spam or something else. I think this is going to have to go under something else.
I'm really worried. We had enough trouble getting on iTunes in the first place that if we're giving them something else and writing them an essay about how we don't necessarily want them to take the review down, they just some notes for the review writer that they're going to not play along as I would like them to. Is there any way we can find out who this...
I just wrote in the comments section for something else. I wrote, this review is fine, but this podcast deserves more reviews. That's
true. I'm glad that they liked it. I'm not so glad that they think that we're idiots, but, you know, we have hung our asses out of a window and said, you know, hey, don't shoot BBs at our buns.
We did.
And so
that is
a couple of stray
exactly
BBs are going to...
We got, yeah. You're going to get some BBs. In other podcast venture news, we have a big new subscriber on the Patreon.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
We were, I believe we were at $5. Was it $5 last week?
I believe that we're making $10 a week.
Oh,
now.
yeah. Just it's exponential.
Yeah. So when I say a big new donor, I mean that quite literally. It is my friend Ryan from college. I'm not going to say his last name because that would be doxing him.
Hi there, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Thank you for your support.
When I say big, it's because he's a literal giant. He's like a giant 8-foot tall man.
Wow.
Like a humongous dude.
Send us some pics, Ryan.
So, I didn't give away his last name or address, but if you're in a crowd, just look for the guy who's head and shoulders above everyone else. That's probably where you'll find him.
Do you have any very tiny friends who might also support this podcast who might, at some point, I'd like to line all these fans up?
Line them up.
Height-wise.
From shortest
smallest
to
tallest.
But he, on Patreon, he changed his username. Instead of writing a review or anything constructive like that, he actually changed his display name, which is visible only to us, to I became a patron. Sorry. I misread that. I became a partron.
Partron.
Just
a Dolly Partron.
Just to say, Seattle Live Show, Seattle Live Show. Well, so far, we have one Seattle fan.
That's how you start in Seattle.
That's...
those people's attention is pulled in so many different directions. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. They're like, oh my gosh, the coffee, the guy that throws the fish.
The memories of the Supersonics. Oh, God, that was really mean.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry about
that. All right, well, this is...
I love you, Seattle, and I want good things to happen to you.
This is not... We're not doing a very good job.
No, I'm a big basketball fan, and as a basketball fan that has no NBA team, my adopted team was the Supersonics, so I was also kicked in the balls by that. I was all excited. We had Kevin Durant. It was going to be awesome. The promise of Gary Payton and Sean Kemp was going to finally come to fruition, and then bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I really wish I hadn't said that, but we are not going to start over. So,
yeah, all right.
I'm nervously straightening a bread tie right now,
hoping
which
that
is something that I do when
people
I'm like,
of Seattle will see
up.
that and they'll be like,
really
"Oh yeah, okay,
here.
he's all right. He's all right, folks."
At least this bread tie's straight.
All right. Do you have Did you come with any ideas?
Yeah, I've got some. And this first one, I'm going to use this one first because this is another one with a technological hurdle that it's going to be a lot easier to get over once a little bit more of this Patreon money comes in. But
okay.
It's been in my mind for a long time. I like a lot of old movies, and a lot of the technology of the past sometimes can really spark the imagination. And as someone who never got to experience smell-o-vision, I'm wondering if possibly a podcast with a smell would be an idea. I call it Smellaphonia.
Smellaphonia. So this would be a podcast where we would have some sort of like essential oils or something.
Yeah, there would probably be a scratch and sniff card. That
it'd be
would
like
come
a
to you in the
subscription
mail.
service where you'd sign up for the podcast. This could be good for our Patreon woes.
Yeah, because
if you sign up at this level, then the episode is Smell-o-vision, and you'll get every week with your subscription. We mail you little packets of smells that you open at certain points in the show.
Yeah, and
we're like,
you can just put some
Dookie
oil on a
in here
card
now.
and then
Oh
cover
my
it up
God.
with wax, and then as soon
Now
as
the
you
room is full of Dookie.
Yeah, and we could also have one of those crazy, insane subscriber levels where it's like $10,000 or something, and then we could go to their house and make the smells for them live.
Yeah.
As they listen.
We put a Dookie in their room. For 10 grand every month, we will fly out and do a dookie for you.
But that's only half of the joy of Smellaphonia, because coming up with topics that have distinctive smells to them will also be a huge part of it. I mean, we can take our listeners to, I don't know, like the old donut shop.
We'll
That's
be like,
got a real distinctive
this is our
smell.
friend. This is our friend Tim. He works at the Cinnabon.
Yeah, so we can be all up in the malls, the airports, but also some botanical gardens, perhaps. Like it's a scent all of its own, and we can probably go to like maybe Bath and Body Works, and they'll probably let us have free samples.
Yeah. Now, Halloween is coming up, so our first episode would probably be the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
We need some spooky scents.
Wolfsbane comes to mind. We could also probably.
Wait, what? Wolf?
Is there Wolfsbane.
What's that?
Well, it's a really pungent herbal scent that wolves hate.
Oh, well, is it like when you go to like the like sporting goods store, and in the hunting section they have like a gallon jug of deer piss?
It's kind of like that, but like deers are noted piss lovers, and they just want to play in it. So that's like an attractant.
Yeah.
And wolf's bane.
Yo, that's wild, right?
Yeah, no, they're all piss boys and girls. It's true.
Little piss pigs.
But the wolf's bane is more of just like I think it's kind of like cilantro,
it's
where
like
where like
anti-piss.
10% of people is like, oh, this taco tastes like soap. I don't like it. But wolfsbane would have nary effect on me or you, but it would be having them wolves do that thing, like where a dog puts its paws on its nose because it knows it's going to sneeze.
Really?
Yeah,
it's like catnip for wolves.
Just like, but once again, like they don't like it.
Oh, they it's like reverse catnip or deer piss.
But unless we have a big, well, I don't know. I guess wolves wouldn't want that. Maybe scratch that one, a different Halloween scent. I'm trying to. I know the taste very well. Pumpkin. Is there a pumpkin smell?
Oh yeah, you can get like a pumpkin spice candle. We can get like a little bit of pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin-y.
We could do like a smell of a mummy. That would be like a little bit of mildew, and then like some frankincense. I think don't they stuff the mummy with frankincense?
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I immediately thought of a mummy, I wasn't thinking about a rich smell, so to speak. Like I was thinking we'd be going to the hospitals or morgues to try to dredge up the sort of piss and decomposition.
Just
that
go
a
to the
mummy...
morgue and be like, can I just collect? Can we collect a little whiff?
Well, I think that there's like a boiling down portion to getting these scents on the cards.
We're gonna
So we might have to be like, can we have a cadaver toe, please? Please, can we have a cadaver toe?
Yeah, I'm here to identify my brother. And they're like, who's your brother? He's like, tall guy, red hair. See if you can just bluff your way into getting access to one of the corpses,
and just get one of them toes, and then we can make the smell.
You're like, yeah, that's my brother. Oh, in his will it says we get to take his toe home.
And if we need legal looking documents, we can probably go to LegalZoom and get. No, wait.
What are you doing?
I was trying to do an ad, but they haven't paid.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
No, you don't get the milk
I'm
for
sorry,
free.
I'm trying to, these are all on spec, so I'm trying to get those muscles, keep them from going to flab.
That's true.
But other distinct smells of Halloween, I believe cat is a good Halloween smell.
That is good. Again, Just the piss, really.
Yeah, we're I don't know. I make a lot of it, so there's probably going to be a lot of piss in these smells if we do this. I think that I can come up with piss smells for every season.
You can like piss different smelling piss on command.
Well, I mean, it's all what I put into the piss machine, which is what I call my body.
So how do you produce cat piss?
A lot of Friskies and
you just eat the cat food.
a lot of warm cream.
Yeah. Oh, they do love the warm cream. So essentially, we're gonna have to keep the spooky Halloween story pretty piss centric. And then
I mean, we could do
we
like
met Frankenstein, and he was eating asparagus.
I think we might want to stick closer to the candy side of Halloween and less to all of the rotting corpses that populate its mythos. Because it's all things that are pissing all over everything and things that are dead and have probably pissed and shat on themselves in the process of dying. That's not a pleasant holiday for the no sense.
Yeah, that seems like a better direction to go with this idea, to not just make it where we have to mail people piss every month.
Yeah, I think we should keep it to like we go to a place that has pleasant scents, we get those scents, and then we talk about it, and then they can sniff their little cards wherever they're at, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's mine.
Okay.
Life hacks.
Okay, I've seen some of these on the
Familiar
internet.
with life hacks?
There's little little tips.
Yeah, so you get like a YouTube video sometimes, and it'll be like, just cut up this old soda can and then hot glue it onto this old DC motor, and now you got a little saw.
Yeah. There are simple ones too. One I use all the time, the tip your toaster on its side. Now you've got a grilled cheese machine.
Wait, whoa. My life was just changed in this moment.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, let's be honest. I've upgraded. I'm at toaster oven level lifestyle now.
I lived that toaster oven life, and then my roommate moved and took it with him, and I was stuck with my old toaster, so I'm having to teach that toaster some new tricks. I got accustomed to a few things that weren't available to me until I imagineered it.
Is this a bagel style toaster? Thick slice?
It's pretty thick. You can get a bagel in there.
You can get two.
Yeah.
You can get two.
It's a modern toaster. It's a toaster from the past
two Wonder slices
year
in a Kraft single into one slot.
That is true. But one thing I will caution the listener: you may think that you don't need to butter it. You still need to butter it, and you might need to do a little bit of light sponge work inside there when you're done.
Sponge work.
Yeah, sponge work.
What is this?
It's a little dabble do you with the sponge. You know, I'm gonna stick a greasy, cheesy bread mix in there, and there's gonna be a little melting. There's gonna be some of that animal fat rubbing off on the metal grate inside of the toaster. So you got to clean that up. That'll just accumulate and burn later on, and your fourth or fifth grilled cheese sandwich might not be quite as nice. You might have some significant burnage along the bottom.
I think I understand. Anyway,
but do tell. Do you have any other notes on what the Life Hacks podcast?
I'm trying to think of a life hack that I could offer. Hey. Do you not have any skills? You're like, what do I do?
Every day.
I'm working like a dead end job. I never said I wanted to be in a call center when I grow up. Well, just cut it out, you bozo.
Quit it.
Just quit.
Just quit. Play a new game.
Yeah.
Life hack.
Life hack. Hey,
life's a game.
Just cut it out.
And it can be any game. So if the game that you're playing is 4 square and you'd prefer it was 1 square, go play by a ball. Go play by yourself with a ball.
Yep. That's a life hack. Maybe just marry like a wealthy, like a man of means, and then you don't gotta have a job. You can open a cupcake bakery.
That sounds really fun, but I fear that I would get high on my own supply.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing with a cupcake, like a cupcake bakery? Is there like we don't eat the cupcakes here?
I feel like the opposite is true. I don't understand how a cupcake bakery could be a viable business model in spite of how often you may see them crop up. You see them crop down almost at the same rate.
I think like part of it is what they're selling a single cupcake for is significantly more than I could buy a cake mix and make an entire cake.
It really feels like the only demographic for a cupcake bakery is people who say, "Oh, a cupcake bakery, that's cute." And then they go in one time and they spend too much money on a cupcake because it has like gold leaf on it. And then they're like, "Well, good luck with your business. It's so cute." And if you could have an unlimited supply, like just like a pipeline of ladies who would do that, then you could keep a cupcake bakery in business.
It's all about location.
Either that, or you've got to do a lot of marketing, or at least kidnapping.
Does that mean I have to pay stupid Twitter influencers?
Yeah, you gotta.
God damn it!
You gotta get those the Twitter influencers to be like, "Oh my god, this place," and then then they're eating the cupcakes for free, right? I think it's better if it's just a bad business, but you keep funneling your husband's money into it, and then you just get to eat the cupcakes until he takes a bath on like a big Super Bowl bet or something like that. And then next thing you know, you got to move the cupcakes out. He sold the location to a Ukrainian family, opening a shipping and logistics office.
I guess that's probably how that would work.
Yeah, so that's my life hack.
I think that this is a good idea for a podcast. One thing, like as I've been trying to come up with these, there are a lot of things I want to show people how I do with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the real thing I'm going to have to work on if we do this one is trying to be able to extemporaneously speak technical writing. But that's fine. That's a skill that I think is probably pretty valuable.
We could, we could just keep it in like simple English too to help people, you know?
Yeah. We could, if you want to be a creature from the Black Lagoon from Halloween and you're struggling to figure out how to make your web fingers, start out with 2 rubber bands across all 4 of your fingers. And then you can paper mache over that, and then you've got your webbing.
This is a great life hack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm trying to do. I'm going to be a creature this Halloween.
Oh. That's I look forward to it.
It also works if you're going to be like a Scrooge McDuck type of character, but only on your feet. Don't put it on your hands. Like a 4-footed duck would be insane. Don't do that.
Yeah. Also, have toes that can spread really wide apart. You're going to need that for that life hack.
Yeah.
I'm piggybacking. I'm doing a life hack for how to do your life hack.
Well, I mean, I think most people have giant toes, right?
Yeah.
How big are your toes? How far do they go?
They go all the way, baby.
All the way to the base of your foot.
Balls deep.
Okay, that's definitely a workable one. I've got one more I wanted to throw out there. And this is one I think that you're going to have to help me with a little bit.
Okay.
I call it Royal Flush. And it's a Southern American's insider's guide to the European royal families. In which, now with Royal Flush, it makes it sound like I'm going to bag on them. But I think I'm just going to make so many improper statements about them. I think I probably need you to keep me in line.
So we're separating fact from fiction.
That's right. We're
flushing away
because it's something I've never followed extensively, but I've seen and heard that people care about these things. Like when one of these weddings happens, it's just like it's on national television, and people are like, "Oh my God, did you see her dress?"
And you have assumptions.
And yeah, it's basically
you'd pitch one at me, and then I'd say false.
Yeah, I
if it's false, I'd flush. I'd make a toilet sound.
Yeah.
And if it's true, like
true,
a whoop, like something bobbing up out of the water.
I mean,
this is a turd returning.
Ideally, you would knight me, but I'm not sure what the sound.
Oh yeah, we could do that. We got to do like a little. Dun, dun, dun.
And it's just one thing. Like I know I took a European history class in school, and they always say that, oh, the curriculum is so Eurocentric, but I don't know what any of those countries are. I mean, I know their names and I can pick out their accents and stuff, but as far as who's running the joints,
like Brexit, don't even get me started. They get Brexit. They're exiting the Brex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And most of what I got from that is that
Boris Johnson, right? In my day, it was Howard Johnson.
Yeah, and there's only one of those left.
I know.
Believe it?
Hey, we got all these Boris Johnsons.
Yeah. Every vacation I take, I'm always staying at a BoJo.
The old BoJo has a complimentary dumb shit. I don't know anything about this British politics.
You know, well, with a name like Boris, they probably have complimentary borscht. Is Boris a Russian name?
Is he Russian? Oh my God!
It would make sense if
we're all our elections are getting hijacked by the Ruskies.
You know, I say we just get rid of them, or we go back to the old marble method. Marble madness. Marble madness.
Sorry, Russia. Hate to say it, but you're canceled.
Yeah. Every American is going to receive an envelope in the mail. It's going to have one black marble, one white marble, and honestly, we should probably pick different colors. I don't think either party is going to want to be the black marble.
Yeah. Sorry, Russia. You're canceled.
Hit the bench, Russia.
Yeah, so that was what was that idea?
That one was Royal Flush.
Royal Flush.
A Southern American's Insider's Guide to the European Royal Families.
Sounds good. I got to use the restroom.
Sounds good.
All right.
Ooh. Well, in the interim, as a person who doesn't know a terrible lot about the European royal families, I'm going to speculate on what they might be composed by based on what I've seen in popular fiction, movies, and whatnot. I'd say my first introduction to the European royal families was a film called King Ralph, in which John Goodman played maybe a bowling alley owner or something, and then due to an electrical mishap, as the entire royal family is taking a picture, they're all electrocuted, And on down the line, it appears that John Goodman gets to be King of England. Now, I don't think that this is based on like a true fact, but I do know a lot of times that all of a sudden you got a new king. But I think normally the old king just kills. I mean, the new king kills all the old king and all of his family, or most of his family until they give in. They say uncle, and then he's an uncle king. I know that there are a lot of names they use over and over again, kind of like popes. Charles, John, William, Pierre, Grady, Stephen, Lance, Gavin, Drag. I don't know. That's probably all of them. I don't know any more kings. That's all I know. So that's probably. It didn't seem like Nate was. You're not big on royalty, are you?
I mean, Hollywood royalty.
Okay. Well, I'm right with you there.
We're getting back into our podcast from last week, the Baldwin.
That's true. All right, I'm gonna punt on this one. It was an idea, but I don't think it's the right one.
All right, so, I got Wish podcast is what I wrote.
Now, is this wish as in like I'm going to make a wish, or are you talking about the wonderful app Wish?
The Wish, the website where you order things. Now, it could have gone either way. It also might be an unfinished. I just wrote this into my notebook, and maybe I was going to say Wish podcast would happen. That's also a possibility.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, which one out of the two that you purported do you think is more interesting? One where we're just wishing for things?
Now, I'm going to tell you, stop me when this goes bad, and I really mean it, because I don't want to roll a whole bunch of different podcasts together into an unfeasible mess.
Yeah,
again.
That seemed to be... We bit off more than we could chew with that horse...
Yeah.
But
when I hear wish, those like there's just like the general wish, and then I think about the app, and then I think about the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Ooh, now this is a new wrinkle.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if there is a way to use the Wish app to make someone from the Make-A-Wish Foundation's wish come true on the cheap.
Boy, what would you do if you worked at the Make-A-Wish Foundation and a little child said to you, you're like, what's your wish? And they were like, I want this thing off of Wish. And then you're like,
done.
Oh no. He only has 3 months to live.
Oh yeah. It's going to take 6 months to get here.
Getting a bunch of tracking updates. Hang in there, little Connor. It's coming.
Maybe it'll be like, in a micro sense, what the American state quarters were in a macro sense. Just knowing that he wants to collect on that wish so bad, he's going to live longer than normal.
Yeah.
You know, how all the old folks held on until they got that 50th state quarter, and then they all died on the same day.
Come on, Hawaii. Hawaii. Was Hawaii the last one?
Until they just started making them all over again. But yeah, originally
they went in
if
order.
you were like popping them into your cardboard map.
It wasn't alphabetical. It was in order of adoption.
Delaware started us off, and
by the time they got to Hawaii, I'd imagine that it was just a picture of blue balls.
Yeah.
They were like, we've been waiting so long on this shit. No one cares anymore. Sacagawea done come and gone.
I think we got maybe 3 or 4 of them a year. It took a while.
It did. People were buying them for a markup when they first started. So excited. Same with the Sacagaweas. People thought they were actual gold.
Mm-hmm. No, that went downhill real fast, which I wish they'd made them just very slightly bigger because they're great for vending machines. Like, I used to work in a
vending machine?
No, like a store. I'm trying to think of another word for store.
Vending machine.
I worked at a store, and people would pay you with those and be like, I'm getting rid of them. And then I'd be all happy about it because they work in all the Coke vending machines from the early 2000s.
From that era.
No fuss, no muss.
They got a jolt button on those
They never
vending
spit
machines.
a Sacagawea out. You put a sack in their mouth, and it's going down.
That's what they say. Yeah, so that would be if it were a Make-A-Wish podcast.
Yeah, it would be a challenge, and hopefully they would give us a little more runway than what you were talking about, because that would be, knowing Wish, that could be a real frustration, is that we were going to have a really great party for you, but...
It's like it's a pinch point.
Yeah. So I see that being an issue. We might have to burn some episodes because somebody dies without getting...
This is also... It'd make it difficult to... I mean, if it were just going to be purely a Wish.com website, then this, again, going to be hard to get off the ground waiting for the products to come in. Unless we're just visually reviewing them based on the ads for Wish. Have you seen that poop candle?
Yeah.
That one... Oh, it's weird.
We might end up, really disappointing our charges.
Fake candle that looks like it's covered in shit. And it comes up all the time in my ads. I don't know what it is. There's no description. It's just a poopy candle.
Is it a candle that when you light it, it smells like poop because it looks like poop? Or is it a candle that looks like poop that when you light it, it eliminates the smell of poop in your bathroom?
Now, I'm going to try and look it up
because
I'm
already starting to see some connections to Smellaphonia on this one. Possibly could be some sort of a Patreon gift for our many fans.
Now, I know I have a screenshot of it saved. Where do I find this?
One other idea as far as if we're going to keep trying to bend unbreakable things to our will, we could maybe get Disney on board here and let them we could maybe get the show hosted not by us but by Jiminy Cricket.
Okay, so here's the poop candles I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah,
those bad boys.
Isn't that? Now you're trying to get Jiminy Cricket in the mix?
I think, or at least have "When You Wish Upon a Star" be the theme song to this one.
Yeah.
Do you know Jiminy Cricket's? Is that an impression of someone?
Yeah, it's Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Jiminy Cricket. That's why they say it like that. He's a Christ figure. So, the hero with 1,000 faces. People don't realize this. That story is actually, it's in a way, it's Jiminy's story more than it's Pinocchio's.
Well, I mean, Pinocchio's a magical wood golem. I mean, they turn him into a real boy, but I think everybody looks askance and's like, yeah, you're real. Yeah. Just fuck off to Pleasure Island. It creeps us the fuck out to look at you. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's deal with the talking bug. That gives me fewer heebie-jeebies.
All right. We'll keep that one in our back pocket.
Yeah. I don't... Last week, I felt like we had so many corkers that we ended up rolling them into one. And this week, I'm not sure what we can do yet. I feel like I took a big swing and a miss with that Royal Flush one. Because, I mean, who wants to talk about kings and queens and what? No.
Okay, so we had the life hacks,
That's the most doable one.
the royal flush.
Smellaphonia, which is great, but the tech's not there yet.
Well, should we, let's go ahead. Let's check out, what we got from the fans this week. Oh, there's those poopy candles again. Oh, I hate them. Let's see. Where is that? Okay, here we go. Zach writes, "There's a sucker born every minute. It's 60 one-minute long interviews with people giving their first blowjob."
Okay, I think that could be a good podcast, but that's going to be a lot of legwork.
Yeah. A lot of mouth work, too.
I don't know how the middle schools are going to deal with me just loitering every day. I got a feeling they're going to run me off. But, I mean, you got to end up in the places where these first blowjobs are happening. I mean, anybody know anybody's parents who are out of town this weekend? I mean, just hanging around and trying to get on a school bus, and the bus driver just won't let me.
Yeah. Whew.
Trying to make that happen would be a feat.
Yeah, how did we get here? What are we doing with our lives? Yeah, so
it could end up having an interesting sideline, because they always have those stories of this 20 or 30 something person posed as a high school student and re-enrolled under a fake name. Like, I've always been fascinated when those stories sort of crop up. But doing this podcast, I fear, would require that of me or you.
Yeah, you're doing like a Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but it's just blowjob sounds.
Yeah. Or a never been kissed, but it's never been blowjobbed. Never been sucked.
Wow.
I love this idea, but it seems...
It seems like...
It seems farther out of my grasp than Smellaphonia.
Yeah, I feel like we got a better chance of just mailing stinky shit to people than we do posing as an underage child and then documenting
like a gorilla in the mist.
Sex acts with minors.
Not participating in any of them, but documenting them.
I could see how we might get a little, in the weeds with that idea. It's a bad idea, yeah, Zach, and I'm sorry. Zach. I'm sorry, but you will not be receiving any merch because there is no chance that we will ever end up doing this idea for a podcast. I'm sorry.
Maybe a movie.
And then it's like 10 minutes later, and we're right in the thick of it. Like, you're probably asking yourself how we got here, documenting sex acts between minors. It's a crazy story. And then it's there must be some kind of way out of here. And it's the two of us meeting in the water.
I do like the idea of us both trying to do it. There is safety in numbers. I thought I was going to end up being a man on the inside and just having to report back to Charlie or something.
No, we do a double jeopardy.
Yeah.
We're like, oh no, he told me to do it, and then you're like, he told me to do it. And then people,
it's neither one of our faults.
Yeah.
I
thought he said he got the okay.
You can't send both of us to detention.
He got the go ahead to do it. All right. Should we let's hit up the old Podron 4500 and see?
It's got to save us this week.
It's really gotta pull our asses out of the fire on this one, because I don't think that any of these ideas are doable. Podron, away! Away, Patron!
Come on, Patron.
Oh, no.
I think you're going to have to Fonzie it.
It opened the wrong...
There it is.
All right. Ooh. I'm already seeing some good shit right here. All right. Get a load of this.
All right.
This one is called Astonishing You Argumenturers! Exclamation point.
Oh. So, just a theatrical P.T. Barnum argument show?
It's kind of like a debate, but more astonishing. And adventurous. I like that word, that portmanteau that it came up with. Argumenturers. Kind of like
an argument places that many people haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So it's really going to strain the old logic.
Yeah.
All right. I like that one. And that seems like it could have a lot of long-ranging implications. I think that could be a real true-to-life podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, so we kind of we pick a side, and then we have to take that argument to its most exciting, dizzying highs.
Okay.
We have to apply our logic and facts to some of the most extreme and extraordinary exotic locales. Yeah, okay. Like say you're in control of a trolley switch, right? And there's a person tied to the tracks, and you can change the direction that this trolley goes. But if you do that, then it will hit 5 people. And what would you do if those 5 people were at the top of Mount Everest? So you have to think about the fact that they're probably also in danger anyway because of Mount Everest.
They're probably going to fall down.
They've made their peace with death.
From where we're at, we don't know if they are living still. Are they moving about?
But sending that trolley up all the way to the top of Mount Everest is going to create a lot of pollution. Think how that affects.
Well, I know that mountain's covered in, rappers and shit.
Rappers, Tupac, Biggie. They're all up there. That's where they put it up.
Here.
They got XXX Tentacion. Just tosses its old bones up there. Well, I'm gonna say this is already my favorite idea thus far. You've done it again, Patron. I kind of want to go ahead and leave this one because I feel myself coming back to it. I don't want to rob it of its power here in this sort of brainstorming session because I think that is very I think sometimes
doable.
we blow too much of our wad on the brainstorming, and then when we get into doing a podcast about a knife, it kind of gets stale.
All right, I've got one here. Now, there are 2 different ways that you can read this title, and they'd be 2 different podcasts, and there's one I like better than the other, but it's either OverAge or OverAge.
Ooh. Well, OverAge, this kind of plays back into Zach's idea.
It does. It does sort of play, like I was wanting to...
Like the opposite of underage.
When a product or a certain company says that it's for, 5 to 12, or like I'd probably be getting reviews or experiences of people experiencing media not for them. And specifically, what I've noticed that made me think of this as being a possibly good idea is all of the advertisements for the new Addams Family movie that I've seen everywhere, in which all of these characters, their design itself feels like a knockoff. Like it is a party heavily produced movie, but everything about it looks like it's painted on a like a drop-a-tot center wall. Like Disney's gonna get mad. It's like, you can't paint these Addams Family characters like this. You gotta pay us first.
Yeah, like when it's like the weird like Shrek and Bugs Bunny like mural. Yeah, I can see that. Also, how is the Addams Family still a thing?
I don't think it
Who's
was
keeping this
for
alive?
a while. I think it
Well,
must have
that's what
just
I'm
been
saying.
cheap. But
Is it-
I've seen all these ads. Like when I went to Kroger today, I saw very big cutouts of all of the characters around the Halloween
Addams Family,
aisle.
I mean, they're like on that Flintstones level where it's like, who is the nostalgia for? They're selling this new Addams Family movie to our generation. Like, hey, you remember the Addams Family movie that you loved as a kid? Yeah, but take your kids to see this version of it. You don't remember the one that made your parents take you to go see the one in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's like it just keeps going back to like the 1700s when H.P. Lovecraft invented them.
H.P. Lovecraft?
Yeah, isn't that...
Took a pass at the Addams Family?
Yeah, he did. That's what he did.
Now, as long as I've known the Addams Family, like they are completely kismet with the weird and terrible things around them.
They're like they're every day is the opposite day for the Addams Family. They're like, murder, we love it.
Yeah, and I'm realizing as I'm saying this, I watched a whole lot more Munsters than the Addams Family.
Oh, the Munsters are they're a fever dream. Nobody wants
I
the
mean, I watched
Munsters
the
back.
Addams Family movie, but hardly ever the TV show, but the Munsters TV show all the time.
Oh my god. Yeah, the Munsters is like, well, they're not making Munsters movies, that's for sure. Didn't they have a car like the Monkeys? Like a Munster mobile?
They had a really cool car, yeah. It was, I don't know, in my opinion, way cooler than the Batmobile, the original Batmobile.
Dude, that thing had like the bubbles and the little siren light. I love the idea that Batman puts on a little flashing light.
I would
when
compare
he's
it
going
more to
fight
the
the Joker.
Beverly Hillbillies
Like a
car.
wee wee wee. Like the idea, if Batman had a siren, you just hear him coming.
Batman, Batman, Batman.
Yeah. It's like
I wonder what the Doppler effect on that is.
All right, so that was
OverAge, which
OverAge.
also it could apply to everything from.
Boy, we really we didn't.
I can make like an old lady baby food. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
lots of things.
I feel like we kind of walked backwards into that one and like nailed it by just talking about old TV that kids don't care about.
Yeah. Do you got another one, Podtron?
Yeah,
Podtron idea.
I got one here. True criming. True criming. So, like, you know how true crime is like a popular podcast. Well, this is called true criming. So, I guess it would be like the infinitive verb. Did I say that right?
Infinitive, like true crime.
It is like it's happening. It's in media res.
Okay. So this is kind of like when
it's like how kids say, well, kids, like fucking people that don't pay their bills are like, I'm adulting.
Oh.
Like they act like they're kids, but you're like, you're 45. Come on. Like just because you never got your shit together doesn't mean you can be like, I'm adulting.
That is a verb I've never never cared for.
Yeah, so this would be like, we're like, oh my god, you guys, we're true criming. I feel like there's a lot of overlap between the fandoms of true crime podcasts and people who are aspire to adulting. Adulting just sounds like you're having an affair, right? It's like adultery. Oh, we're adulting together.
Oh my god. Man, I don't know how it could go from something that would turn me on so much to something just like, nope.
Oh, we're
over.
Ooh, these are adult situations and themes.
I need an adult.
Oh, I need an adult so bad. Oh, adulting.
But
true criming.
So is it going to be like a normal true crime podcast in which we're overly pleased with the fact that we're making a true crime podcast, or is it going to be
like
a podcast that follows those who are true criming?
Oh, it could be that. It could also just be us trying to
crimes?
Find the crime. So it'd be like us, like we could call up like a small town, like.
Do you have any weird unsolved mysteries that, wouldn't be that difficult to solve?
Well, I mean, it could be us, like, just calling up small town, like Hall of Records, being like, anything crimey ever happened in this town that never got solved? And then, like, it's like we're talking like an old lady at the Hall of Records, and she's like, oh yeah, well, there's some kids walked by here. They looked like they were casing the joint. That's pretty much just...
I grew up reading Encyclopedia Brown, so if you're talking about...
I feel like we'd end up with a lot of...
Throwing ourselves into, I can follow about 15 minutes worth of information, and I can ascertain a culprit from that. I'd be happy to do so.
Yeah. So, I think we would have to source like a reliable source that's not just going to be like somebody who's like, racially profiling those teens that walk by. That might be the hardest. That's the tallest hurdle, is finding a small town with a snitchy official who's not also just going to say some racist shit to us, and then we have to, like, follow that rabbit trail.
Yeah. This seems like the sort of thing that you accidentally stumble upon and nobody ever actually looks for.
Yeah.
Except for people who are true criming, and I've never true crimed before, and I'm really excited to get started.
All right. Anything else on this list from the Podtron looking good?
This is maybe not, this is probably, this title could be a feature and also like a title, but I like The Time.
The Time.
I think we could probably give people a synchronization point where they could start the podcast, and we could give them up to the date, up to the current time, what time it is. So we could be talking about any one of these topics, like, and then the murder happened, and also it is 8:47 and all is well.
So we're just kind of doing like filler in between, telling people.
I mean, a lot of people are checking their cell phone or their watch all the time. So just having a podcast that can say, just wait till this precise moment to start the podcast, and then you can use your eyes for podcast related eye stuff.
Do your chores, yeah. You do whatever. Make fudge. We'll tell you what time it is.
Magic eye books you've been waiting to look at. Look at them now.
I like it. The Time.
And then we can talk about any topic. So if there's something that's really roasting your chestnuts this week, we can get in on that. But also allow people to know like that they're not going to be late. Let them know like it's not bedtime yet. Supper time's over. It's not bedtime. You don't worry about the time. Be present. Be here with this podcast. We're gonna keep reminding
we'll keep you in the loop. Don't worry about that. All right, so we got. I think that's 8, right?
I think so. I've done 2 off of the Podtron.
Smellaphonia. We get the life hack one.
Actually, I think it's 9 if we include Zach's.
Royal flush. Oh yeah, 9. Sorry. Like a baseball team.
Uh-huh.
We discussed this before. The Wish podcast. Zach's. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Getting a phone call.
Your phone it reminds me of the American Beauty music. That's good.
Yeah. Then we had Zach's idea to do child pornography.
It's bad that that's in my top 3.
Then Astonishing You Argumenturers.
That's such a good title.
What was
Podtron, you've done it again.
True criming.
The time.
The time, and then what was the other one?
OverAge, which we didn't talk
OverAge.
about. OverAge.
OverAge. All right. I've been thinking we should do this double blind. We'll just each write down 2, and if we have an overlap on which 2, so like I pick one and you also pick that one. So we're writing it down. And sorry, I'm taking a second here. I'm really thinking about this. All right, I have my 2.
I have my 2.
All right. You put Astonishing You Argumenturers and Wish, and I put down Life Hacks and Royal Flush.
Oh, shit.
So we didn't even get a single one.
I kind of, we did Life Hacks very first, I believe, and it kind of was far away from my mind. I'm okay with Life Hacks. I think that, honestly, it's more doable than the Wish one was, so that should have excluded Wish. I just like that idea a whole lot. I'm okay with Life Hacks.
All right. Yeah, so let's shake on it. Life Hacks.
All right. Life Hacks it is.
So, yeah, if you're listening to this, thank you for listening, but this doesn't, we didn't make it for you, and it doesn't really benefit you in any way. This is just our open musings about our podcast that we're going to make. If you want to hear the podcast that we're going to make, you can go to patreon.com/we don't have a podcast yet, where we put all of our podcasts that we've attempted in the vault. And if you contribute to our Patreon at the $5 level, then you get access to the vault, where all of our failed ideas for a podcast, This American Knife.
You can go down into our crypt and collect your own stinky smells.
The Ghost Horse Whisperer.
What was the movie review?
The Smithsonian Film Institute.
That's right, the Smithsonian Film Institute.
They're all there. What was the first one?
Advice, the podcast.
Yeah, our advice podcast. Yeah, they're all there. So check that out, and follow our account on social media. We're gonna change the name once we get a name locked down. But right now it's at WDHAPY. We don't have a podcast yet. On Instagram and Twitter, and should we get a TikTok?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we're gonna get a TikTok. So yeah, by the time that you hear this, we'll have signed up for TikTok. We'll have a TikTok too. So yeah, I'd thank you for listening, but you're really just a voyeur. This is our thing, and you're just peering in, leering at us while we're trying to come up with an idea. So we appreciate your support and reviews, but
yeah, I'm picturing all those smudged faces.
Stop
against the
looking
glass.
at us, you creep.
I do not like it.
Ugh. All right.
You don't even know what it does to your nose when you smash it against that glass. I can see everything inside of there.